Good evening. We are breaking into programming here to let you know there is a tornado warning. This is meteorologist Elisa Raffa alongside meteorologist Beth Finello. We've got a tornado warning in effect for Barton, Jasper, and Dade counties. This is the western part of our area. You can see near Joplin and Carthage, just to the north there. This tornado warning is radar indicated. It goes until 1:15 a.m. and includes cities like Golden City, Lamar, and Ornago. We've got some radar indicated rotation along this longer line of thunderstorms here. You can see that line takes over a couple of counties here, and the way that it's curved, it's got some straight line winds in there as well. So these winds could be pretty gusty and pretty damaging. And if I show you our scope tool here, I can show you where we are looking at some of that possible rotation. Right in, let's see, what's this arrow? Right in here,
near right just east of Asbury.
Asbury. Again, that's meteorologist Beth Finello with me this morning. So again, right near Asbury, that's where we've got some weak radar indicated rotation, meaning that there is a possibility that a tornado is embedded within that line. Beth, if you want to get some of those arrival times up on this computer over here, so people can see when that rotation would arrive. Again, the entire line has some very gusty winds because it is a line of thunderstorms that's organized and bending a little bit. The storms are also moving pretty quickly to the north and east at 60 miles per hour. Okay,
very fast moving line.
Fast. So what you want to do is get into that safe place right now. Again, there's not a lot of time here because the line of thunderstorms is moving very quickly. The storm will be in your Carthage in just 5 minutes. Jasper in just about 7 minutes, Lamar in just about 10, Golden City and Lockwood closer to 1 o'clock in the morning. Again, this warning goes until 1:15 for some radar indicated rotation here. The entire line of thunderstorms is moving to the east at 60 miles per hour. Joplin is actually reporting a wind gust near 58 knots. That would be close to 60 miles per hour, Beth, right?
Yeah.
So we are seeing these winds, whether it is tornadic or not, we're seeing these winds pretty gusty because we have that line bending. We call it a bowing line. It's bending a little bit, and that's pushing damaging winds on the front side of these thunderstorms. And we're seeing that reported in Joplin. Joplin is reporting some 60-mile-per-hour gusts right now, and those can be damaging whether they are rotating in a tornado or not. So again, this is a tornado warning that goes until 1:15 this morning. The counties that are included are Barton, Jasper,
and
Dade counties, going until 1:15. We're continuing to monitor near Alba. That's where we had some of that rotation spotted earlier. So let's clear some of this and try to show you a bigger picture here. By the way, this whole line does have a severe thunderstorm warning, okay? Because remember, as I mentioned, we've got this entire line right here from up here down past Joplin. You see how that's bending? That has damaging winds along the whole thing, and we're seeing this reported in gusts at 40 to 50 miles per hour in Pittsburgh and gusts to 60 miles per hour in Joplin. Okay, so this whole line has damaging winds. This is why we have the severe thunderstorm warning, and then right in there is where we're monitoring for some embedded rotation along that line, where there could be the possibility of a tornado. So Alba has been mentioned a couple of times in some of our chats. No confirmed tornado at this time, okay guys? So what this is a radar indicated rotation. The radar is telling us that there might be some rotation along this line. We haven't seen anything on the ground, and you know what, it's the overnight hours, so that's going to be tough to do regardless.
Absolutely.
So you want to just make sure that you get into your safe place, because right in here, you see where these blues and the greens are kind of matching up. That's where we are seeing some an uptick in some rotation that could intensify here.
We're looking at golf ball size hail was reported just on the east side of Joplin. So even though Joplin's not included in the tornado warning, we're still getting reports of severe weather across this whole line. This line has had a history of severe weather. We've seen reports of damaging winds, of large hail out of parts of Oklahoma and Kansas with this same line. So even if you're not in this tornado warning, it's still a good idea to stay inside. Don't go outside while this line passes through, because there is severe weather regardless of the tornado warning or not.
This rotation is approaching Jasper, right? It's approaching Jasper near I-49. So again, if you're near Jasper, Carytown, Carthage, Golden City, Lockwood, Greenfield, South Greenfield, you're in this tornado warning. We've got some radar indicated rotation. Please get into that tornado safe place. Get into your basement, get into your bathroom, away from windows. Even if this doesn't wind up spinning up to be a tornado, again, we've gotten reports of 60-mile-per-hour winds and some golf ball size hail. Golf ball size hail could go flying through your window.
Absolutely.
So you want to stay away from there. And again, the more pressing issue that we're watching right now is the possibility that we've got this rotation getting into about Jasper right now. Let's update some of these arrival times for you. Let's update some of these arrival times for you. Again, this entire line. Beth, what was it moving? East at 60 miles per hour?
Yep. We just got a wind report of about 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So again, even if you're not within the tornado warning, you still want to stay away from those windows. We are seeing gusty winds, we're seeing large hail, which can still do damage to your home. So you want to stay away from windows. You do not want anything coming through your window and hurting you.
See, this thing is moving so quick, I can't even get it to fit on the Did you get us on Facebook Live, Beth?
Yes, just popped us up.
So if you're watching us from home and you're concerned about, okay, I need to get into my tornado safe place and my TV's not included in that, we are on Facebook Live right now. So you can catch us on Facebook and you'll be able to hear us. Okay, moving to the east at 50 to 60 miles per hour. Again, these arrival times are pretty quick, just within the next 10 to 15 minutes for a lot of these cities that are included here. So you want to make sure that you get into that tornado safe place pretty quickly. Let me do that for you guys a little bit better.
Again, if you live in Lockwood, if you live in Greenfield, Jasper, you want to be in your safe place now with that tornado warning, again, in effect until 1:15.
These are some of those arrival times. Lockwood by 1 a.m., Greenfield just after 1 a.m., by Dadeville by 1:20, and then looking towards Bolivar. Bolivar is not included in this warning at this time, but headed towards Bolivar just after 1:30. That's where we'll start to get that storm, because again, these are moving pretty quickly. Now, the Weather Service is watching a couple of different areas, and this is what I think we're going to be dealing with through the night tonight, right? Remember, in forecasting for this yesterday, we had talked about that line of thunderstorms having damaging winds with those areas of possible embedded rotation, and that's what he said from Lamar, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can see some of that. There, you see these, like, where the little tiny colors pop, like probably right in here, another one in here. All these little areas are some areas of weak rotation that we have to watch to see if a tornado can spawn out of that. We've got some of this wind energy that can spin this line a little bit as it moves eastward. So we have to watch for some of these little areas of rotation. It looks like the rotation that we were watching that was coming into Jasper has already quickly moved to the east of Jasper. Again, because this line is it's moving at a forward speed at 60 miles per hour, or now 55 miles per hour, but that's still pretty fast. Mm-hmm. Moving at a forward speed at 55 miles per hour. So again, these are going to come in and they're going to come out pretty quick. You want to get into that tornado safe place right now. Again, this tornado warning for Barton, Dade, and Jasper continues until 1:15 this morning. We've got some thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes, and we're monitoring multiple little weaker circulations from Liberal down towards Lamar, a couple of these areas. So you want to make sure that you get into that tornado safe place because we've got a couple of different areas of some weak rotation, and you want to make sure that you get into that tornado safe place. This line moving very quickly to the north and east at 55 miles per hour.
We've also got a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for
good point.
much of the area along and north of I-44. That does include Greene County and Springfield till about 5 a.m. We've also got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts like Joplin, up through Jasper County, up through Barton County, with the same line that has that tornado warning in it. So something to continue to monitor, which we will continue to monitor through the overnight with that severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 5.
So it looks like they trimmed up that tornado warning, right, to get rid of the areas to the west that it has passed already. So parts of that area were trimmed out a little bit, but it's still in effect for parts of Barton, Dade, and Jasper until 1:15. Again, the same situation we're looking at here from Lamar down through Jasper and just to the south of Jasper. Along this entire line, we've got multiple little areas of some weak rotation embedded in here. And again, with all these thunderstorms organized into a line and this very quick forward speed at 55, the storms themselves are moving at 55 miles per hour, okay? So that could do damage in and of itself. Here's one little bit of area of weak rotation. We got another one notched up in here. So you can see some multiple, probably another one up in there. So a bunch of little areas of weak rotation that these individual thunderstorms are capable of dropping a tornado right now, which is why we want to make sure you get into the basement, you get into your bathroom, away from windows, interior rooms, things like that. Just make sure you seek shelter. And again, these storms are moving to the east at 60 miles per hour. Let's get some of these arrival times now that this warning has been updated. That is fast, guys. It's going to come in and come out very quickly. So even if you're at the edge of this tornado warning back here, you know, where the storms aren't there yet, get into that safe place now, because this is going to move pretty fast.
Very quickly. And again, if you turn your TV up all the way, all the volume all the way up, or grab your phone, we are on Facebook Live. You could probably go through the app. You can go on our website right now. We're live streaming through our website as well. So if you're concerned about not hearing what's going on and staying updated, we are on multiple different sites, so you can stay up to date as much as you can with the tornado warning, again, in effect until 1:15.
Look at those arrival times, guys. They're moving pretty quickly in a Golden City just within the next 5 minutes. Walnut Grove by 1:20. Again, Walnut Grove not included in the warning yet, but by 1:20, that's pretty quick. And then Bolivar and Pleasant Hope by 1:30. Not to say that maybe we might not need that tornado warning anymore once it gets that far, but these storms are moving very quickly, and at minimum it's going to have some very damaging straight line winds. So that's some of the arrival times. The tornado warning goes until 1:15. That circulation, again, as we mentioned, can I do these at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, I can. I don't think we can see that well, though. Let's zoom in. Okay, there we go. So this is the circulation especially that we're watching. It's just to the east of Jasper near Golden City right now. That's where, hold on, sorry, guys. Grabbed the wrong thing. See my arrow right in here? Between, right, just about to get into Golden City. That's where we've got some of that weak rotation. So that rotation is now just to the east of Jasper. You see where those blues and greens are lining up? There's some rotation in there. A tornado is possible because we are seeing something spin. We're seeing it rotate. So that could be a tornado. We're seeing some reports of trees down along the highway, roadway 171. Near north of Carlwood Junction. Again, we've been seeing some hail reports as well, up to golf ball size already. Now, the severe thunderstorm warning, I'm just looking at this update right here, Beth. So I guess it's this. Okay, so they've extended the severe thunderstorm warning from Stockton down towards Mount Vernon. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because the severe thunderstorm warning has a tornado possible tag. So what that means is, because we're in a situation right now where this entire line, let me see, is the green screen queued up?
Yep, go ahead. Mirror set.
Okay, so you see this entire line from up here all the way down here. You see how it's bending? That's where we could have damaging winds pushing across this whole thing. The severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued has a tornado possible tag, and what that means is because we're looking at multiple, you know, let's say one over here, multiple little areas of weak rotation in here, what they're doing is they're saying, okay, we've seen this line have some little areas of rotation, and we're concerned that the this entire line could continue to have some little areas of weak rotation. So this entire severe thunderstorm warning was for 70-mile-per-hour winds, right?
Yep.
70-mile-per-hour winds, that's the straight line winds, because this thing is bending so much, and it has a tornado possible tag, meaning within this line we could get some of those little areas of weak rotation, which is what we've seen. So this severe thunderstorm warning goes until what, 1:30?
1:30 in the morning.
Includes Cedar, Dade, and Lawrence counties, again from Stockton down towards Mount Vernon with that tornado possible tag, because we were seeing the little areas of rotation along that entire line that is bending. And when we see that bending signature on radar, that's when we get concerned about the straight line winds just pushing forward. Also, this thing, again, moving pretty quickly. It's moving at 60 miles per hour. So even that forward speed alone, you know, that's going to cause some wind damage just with it moving so quickly. Yeah, there it goes. Thanks, Beth.
You're welcome.
So these are some of the arrival times. Again, moving to the east at 60 miles per hour. We're looking at it getting towards Lockwood just short of 1 a.m. What time is it now? It's 12:46. So just within the next 5 to 10 minutes, getting into Lockwood. And you can see those thunderstorms not at Lockwood yet, but just within 10 minutes they'll be there. That's how quick this thing is moving near Stockton by 1:10. Is Stockton included in that tornado warning yet? No, not yet, right?
No.
So just outside of the tornado warning at 1:10. So again, these things moving pretty quickly with those little areas of rotation and the whole thing bending. So you want to just keep that in mind. Also, guys, we are again on Facebook Live. If you are concerned about not having a TV in your tornado safe place and you want to make sure that you stay up to date with us, we are doing this on Facebook Live. And we'll continue to be doing that, especially as this thing moves to the east and this a tornado threat kind of goes with it.
Absolutely. This line of storms came out of parts of Oklahoma and Kansas, has a history of damaging winds and large hail, and so I'm not surprised that we have the severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm not surprised that we have the tornado warning in effect again till 1:15. And just make sure that if you're not in the tornado warning. If you're in the tornado warning, you got to be in your safe place. If you're in line, like if you're in Bolivar, if you're up in Lockwood, you want to make sure you're in that safe place, or at least have a plan for if that tornado warning gets extended into parts like Bolivar and Buffalo and up into Stockton as well.
I want to see where some of these areas.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So just near, it looks like this. Beth, I think that looks stronger than it did the last time we checked.
For sure, absolutely.
So right near Golden City, that's where I would be concerned. That rotation does, to me, look like it has strengthened since the last time that we took a look at it. And what we're looking at when we see that rotation, you see where my arrow is? We're looking at those two different colors coming together, because one color represents winds going away from the radar, another color represents winds going towards the radar, so that's where we start to see that spin. So right in there, that's where we're seeing that rotation just near Golden City, and then we're concerned about that that possibly being a tornado, right? So the radar is telling us, right, something is spinning, and that something that's spinning could be a tornado, and that's why you want to seek shelter. And again, moving quickly, you can see Lockwood right there, not seeing the thunderstorms yet, not in that rotation yet, but this is only a good 10 minutes away because the storms are moving so fast. So even if you're in Lockwood or even Greenfield, get into your tornado safe place now, because this little rotation that's in Golden City, if it keeps its act together and stays pretty tight with the circulation, that will be in Lockwood and Greenfield within the next 10 to 15 minutes, because this thing is moving so fast.
Yeah, and I'm seeing some comments on our Facebook Live about power outages. Again, we're on Facebook Live. We take your phone with you. We're on our website, we're through Facebook Live. Make sure that you have some way to get this information, whether it's from us or from somebody else, that you know we can keep you up to date with this tornado warning, which is again in effect until 1:15, includes parts of Barton, Jasper, and Dade County. Let's see. Let's time these out again for you. Again, these are moving very quickly. Lockwood within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Greenfield within the next 10 minutes. Dadeville within the next 15 minutes. And if you're up near Bolivar, Walnut Grove, Everton, you're not in the tornado warning right now. But it would be a good idea just to have a plan of action to know where your safe place is if this tornado warning does get extended into those areas. We're noticing this line really starting to bow out a lot, Elisa, don't you think?
Oh yeah, it's
right in here.
That bending. Zoom that out again. That bending again. When we say the word bowing, we mean bending. That bending from the extreme south and west corner of Missouri all the way up to Nevada. I see that bending right there. That whole thing is going to generate some damaging straight line winds. And if this line keeps its shape, if you're up in Springfield watching, if this line keeps its shape like that, as it gets towards Springfield, I would expect some damaging wind gusts, right? Because as this whole thing moves east, we'll likely have warnings along the whole thing for those gusts at 60 to 70 miles per hour because of that bending shape. That's just where we get those damaging wind gusts to push. And then again, it doesn't help that this thing is already moving so fast at 60 miles per hour.
Absolutely, and we're seeing reports still of some hail, so I just wanted to take a look. Yeah, we're seeing hail reports up to pea size. We've seen up to golf ball size. So regardless if you're in the tornado warning or not, you do not want to be near those windows. We don't want you to get hurt if a golf ball size piece of hail goes through the window.
Yeah, because that can be pretty dangerous. Again, we're on Facebook Live if you want to get, need to get into your tornado safe place. If someone's asking, how do I watch the live? It's on the Color 10 Facebook page. So some of you are asking on my meteorologist Facebook page. Go to the Color 10 Facebook page. That's where we are at. We're at the Color 10 Facebook page. And actually, for a second, we might be able to share them, Beth, to our pages if people can't. You got it?
Yeah.
Over there? Yeah, so people can find us if you're wondering about us on Facebook Live there. Again, this is, so the bigger, all of the yellow counties that you see, that's the severe thunderstorm watch, goes until 5 a.m., right, Beth?
Yes.
Severe thunderstorm watch until 5 a.m. does include Springfield and Greene County, areas mainly along and north and west of I-44. That's where we've got, we already have that line of severe storms moving through, and the watch goes until 5 a.m. I do expect by daybreak things to be a little bit calmer.
Quieter? Yeah, for sure.
A little bit calmer. Did you get that shared, Beth?
Yes, yep, it's on everybody's page now.
Perfect. So, yeah, if you're looking for us live on Facebook, we're on the Color 10 Facebook page, but we just shared it to ours, too, so you'll be able to find it. If you go to my page or Beth's page, you'll be able to find us there.
Even Jamie's.
Oh,
I shared it on
too.
Jamie's page too.
Yes.
Yep. That rotation now just passing Golden City, heading towards Lockwood, Greenfield. I hope I'm saying this right. Arcola. You're going to want to get in your safe place. That tornado warning still in effect. It was canceled for Barton and Jasper counties.
Yeah,
still in effect for Dade County, though.
Yeah, you guys see it flashing. They just trimmed it up a little bit there. Okay, yeah, so Stockton Lake, we've got winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. So you can see Stockton not included in the tornado warning, but winds are in excess of 60 miles per hour headed that way. Some of this rotation just near Lockwood, again, where some of these bright colors match up. That's where we're looking at some rotation possible embedded along this line, so right in here. So you can see Stockton doesn't have that tornado threat, but winds in excess of 60 miles per hour are possible. That tornado threat's farther south near Lockwood, where that tornado warning, does it still continue until 1:15?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay.
has not changed.
Still goes until 1:15. So that circulation is just past Lockwood here, now to the north and east of Golden City. Move over.
Yes, straight line wind damage is also a threat with these storms. It looks like we, again, still on for that tornado warning until 1:15. It has been chopped away from Barton and Jasper counties. Dade County still in effect till 1:15. The circulation now moving through parts of Lockwood. extensive straight line winds. This is in the tornado warning. Extensive straight line wind damage is expected throughout this whole line, up from McDonald County all the way up through Barton and Vernon County, now making its way into Dade and Cedar County. So you're definitely going to want to get into your safe place in this tornado warning. That does include parts of Lockwood and in Greenfield as well.
It looks like that line sped up a little bit. It's moving at 65 miles per hour now. So again, it's only picking up speed, and for some reason the radar is not sweeping all the way, guys. There's more thunderstorms than that.
Yeah, I'm not sure
a couple of,
what's
sweeps.
happening.
We lost some sweeps on the radar. But it is there. There are thunderstorms there, I promise. It's just the radar is I'm a little confused for a second right now, trying to get things to load.
Trying to get it to work. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for counties along and north of I-44. That does include Lawrence and Greene County, Webster, Laclede, Polk, Dallas, Dade, Cedar, all the way up through Bates and Henry and Benton and Morgan counties until 5 a.m. We do have the severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for parts of Dade County, Cedar County, still for Jasper and Barton. That tornado warning has been chopped away from Barton and Jasper County, still for parts of Dade County. So if you're in Lockwood, Greenfield, you're going to want to get into your safe place. And this line moving quicker, moving at 65 miles an hour towards the east. So if you're in Walnut Grove, you're in Bolivar, Stockton, you're just going to want to have an idea of where your safe place is for when these lines move through if this tornado warning does get extended into your area.
Yeah, with that forward speed at 65 miles per hour, we're looking at it getting into Springfield just within the next 30 minutes. So just 30 minutes into Springfield. I'm not saying that the tornado warnings will necessarily be extended that far. We have to keep monitoring that. But this line of thunderstorms that is bending and has damaging wind gusts that have been reported, that's moving pretty quickly, and we'll get towards Springfield just within the next 30 minutes by 1:30 in Springfield, by 1:40 in Buffalo, and 1:45 in Marshfield. So again, moving very, very quickly in Stockton just within the next 5 minutes. So Stockton Lake, there are some damaging wind gusts being reported, and some damaging wind gusts that will move eastward very quickly. Willard as well until 1:20, but that tornado warning goes until 1:15 for Lockwood because we've got these areas of embedded rotation along that line. Let's take a, now that the radar is back.
Yeah, zoom in a little.
Let's see.
Kind of get some of those rotations for you guys.
Right in here. So now just to the north and east of Lockwood, that's where we're seeing some of that weak rotation right here, where the greens and pinks are matching up. Right, just to the north and east of Lockwood. So what this means is that the radar is showing that something is spinning, and you know, we're concerned that that spin could be a weak tornado that's embedded in there. So you want to just make sure that you get into your basement, into an interior room, away from the windows, because again, this line does have some damaging wind gusts regardless. They have expired the previous, I guess, the warnings that were in effect back to the west. Those have been expired because it has passed, the severe thunderstorm warnings I'm talking about. But they continue for areas along and just to the east because we'll have these damaging wind gusts continuing there. So you want to just keep that in mind. These straight line winds could be pretty damaging. We've also seen some reports of golf ball size hail, so you want to keep that in mind as well.
Looks like Jasper County, Newton County, Barton County, Vernon County, your severe thunderstorm warning has expired. That threat is, it looks like it's over. You can come out of your safe place now. For parts of Dade County, including Lockwood, Greenfield, you're still in that tornado warning, tornado warned area as this line moves through. We are seeing some embedded areas of circulation. We're seeing damaging wind gusts. We're seeing reports of large hail. So you want to be in your safe place. And if your straight place is going to be the most interior room of your house, away from exterior doors and away from windows, and as close to the floor as you possibly can. This system's still moving at about 65 miles per hour. So if you live in Greene County, Polk County, Dallas County, Christian County, Webster County, you're just going to want to be aware that this line is pushing very quickly to the east, and so you want to have that plan of action in place, ready to go in case this tornado warning does get extended, which again, right now is in effect just for parts of Dade County, and that will last until 1:15, so about another 15 minutes or so as this pushes east very, very quickly.
Here's that information. So just Dade County now for that tornado warning until 1:15 includes cities like Cedar, Greenfield, Lockwood, and Sac. And okay, it looks like that rotation is getting into Greenfield right now.
See right in there?
That getting into Greenfield right now. So you want to make sure. Yeah, perfect. The Weather Service just said the same thing. The circulation is just passing over Greenfield within the next 5 minutes. So if you're in Greenfield, you see that where I have my arrow, where those two colors are coming together, those greens and those blues right there, that's where we've got that rotation. And again, it's moving quickly. Within the next 5 minutes, it's going to come right over Greenfield. So you want to make sure that you get into your tornado safe place. So it looks like it's now well to the east of Golden City. It is just to the east of Lockwood. So those would be safer areas now that that rotation has moved to the east. But Greenfield coming right over you within the next 5 minutes because this thing is moving very quickly there. So that's that rotation that we were watching. On that new scan that just came in, I can't tell, is the arrow covering it?
Let's move it out of the way. Where's the arrow?
Yeah, see, look how just in that one scan, look how fast that moved. We had to move the arrow because I couldn't see where it was anymore. So again, moving
very quickly.
Pretty quickly, just it looks like just to the north of Greenfield, just within the next 5 minutes. So that's that little area of tornadoes possible. Okay, again, nothing confirmed, and likely in this situation, guys, it's the middle of the night. It's going to be hard to get that confirmed just because it's so hard to see, right? It's so dark out there. How are we going to tell?
Don't forget, we do still have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of Cedar, Dade, and Lawrence County. That lasts until 1:30 in the morning, and we are expecting gusty winds, large hail with this severe thunderstorm line that is pushing through Stockton. You guys are going to get it within the next couple of minutes. Mount Vernon also going to get this line moving through in the next couple of minutes. If you live in Springfield and Greene County, Bolivar and Polk County, Dallas, Webster, you're just going to want to have that safe place in mind, because even if you get the severe thunderstorm warning and they don't extend the tornado warning, you're still going to want to stay away from those exterior doors, stay inside, stay away from those windows, because with these gusty winds and this large hail, something could come through your window, and of course we want you to stay as safe as possible.
And that line is really bending.
Yeah.
Yeah, that line is really, see this bend right here from stop. Okay. That's a new severe thunderstorm warning?
Yes, issued with a tornado possible tag.
Okay, so let's see.
Let's pull this up. For parts of Dallas, Greene, Hickory, and Polk County. This does not include Springfield. It includes the northwest portion of Greene County. This will last until 2 a.m. Includes cities like Ashgrove, Bolivar, Buffalo, Humansville. It has a tornado possible tag with it. Winds up to 70 miles per hour and hail up to the size of a quarter is possible as this line pushes through within the next hour.
70-mile-per-hour winds, and it's moving east at 65 miles per hour. Again, and it's got that tornado possible tag, and what that means is this, again, the whole line is bending, and when we see that bending of the thunderstorms on radar, that's when we're concerned about those damaging winds. That's why for it to be a severe thunderstorm warning, it has to be at 58 miles per hour. The Weather Service is warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds because this thing is bending so much. We could have winds exceed 60 miles per hour coming up towards Greene, Dallas, Hickory, and Polk County. And again, because we've got areas of some small weak circulations embedded within that, that's why it has the tornado possible tag. So the Weather Service is saying that these thunderstorms are capable of producing that tornado. They're capable of producing that rotation. We don't have enough of evidence right now to issue a huge, we don't want to issue a huge tornado warning, right? We don't want to overwarn and do that, but it's a good way to get that information out that, hey, it's a possibility because these thunderstorms are capable of that and have been doing that for at least the last hour or so, at least half hour really. So it is capable of that. We don't want to do a huge you know, a 5-county tornado warning, but we have been seeing some of these areas of rotation, so you want to keep that in mind. And then again, the straight line winds could exceed 60 to 70 miles per hour, and the forward speed of the thunderstorms themselves are moving at 65 miles per hour. So let's get some times on here for you guys, since it's moving so fast.
Very quickly. You want to make sure, again, getting into that safe place, because
Oh no, guys, ignore that.
you want to make sure you're getting into that safe place now, because these lines are moving so quickly that if you wait to act, it might be too late. You want to get in there in those safe places now. Even for the counties that were just added to the severe thunderstorm warning, Polk, Dallas, parts of Hickory, the northwest corner of Greene County, just have that plan of action ready to go just in case the tornado warning gets extended. And again, you want to stay from those windows, from the exterior doors. We do not want anything flying through the window and you getting hurt.
That arrival time for Springfield is just within the next 30 minutes. This thing moving pretty quick. Monette just by 1:13, Bolivar about 1:25, Springfield around 1:40, so within the next, again, 30 minutes. Nixa at about 1:45, and then Lebanon 2 a.m. Lebanon, again, not included in any of these warnings yet, but this thing moving pretty quickly with those damaging wind gusts. It's going to move pretty fast. And then remember, we still do have that tornado warning going for the next 10 minutes. So we'll hang with that tornado warning for 10 minutes, being now we're towards the end of that, right? We'll take you through the next 10 minutes for anybody who's near Lockwood and Arcola, Greenfield. Also, these reds, by the way, on the radar are telling us that that rain is coming down in buckets.
Yeah.
Some very heavy rain
quickly.
there. It looks like that the circulation that we were watching last time that came over Greenfield, it looks like it's weakened some to me. Would you agree? Or
Absolutely.
disagree, Beth?
Yes.
Okay, so they've just expired that tornado warning because we're not seeing that rotation anymore, as we just checked, right?
Yeah.
So we just checked. I'm not really seeing too much. That rotation has weakened, so that tornado warning has been expired for Dade County. So then what that's going to do is that's going to leave us without that tornado warning completely, right?
Yep.
So no more tornado warning for Dade County. We've lost that circulation, but again, this is going to leave us with this bending line of thunderstorms that's going to have straight line winds possible of 60 to 70 miles per hour, moving very quickly, and the whole thing has that tornado possible tag. So what we're going to do now is we will we'll leave you guys. We'll send you back to programming, but we're going to continue to monitor this line to see if there are any other areas of rotation that pop, and if there are more tornado warnings that get issued, we'll of course cut back in and let you know that. But for now, that tornado warning has been allowed to be canceled, so we are in the clear as far as that is concerned, but that damaging wind threat does continue. If we do get another tornado warning, we will let you know. So we'll send you back to programming now, and again, stay tuned to us on social media. We'll be back with any updates if we have any. Thanks, guys.